We all know about the four main factions of Starfield, that of course being Constellation, the United Colonies, the Freestar Collective, and the Crimson Fleet, but there are actually more confirmed factions that may be joinable in the game, which I don't hear a lot of people discuss. So today I wanted to go over all of the lesser known or secret factions of Starfield. Please do drop the video a like for me, consider subscribing if you're looking for a place to stay up to date on Starfield news, leaks, discussions, speculation and so much other Bethesda focused content, but with that out of the way let's not waste any more time and just get straight to it. Ryujin Industries is actually the faction on this list that we know the most about and we still don't know much. We can see their logo in this piece of concept art here, and we also know that their slogan is quote, "Our products, your life, one dream," end quote. Ryujin Industries, whose name I'm probably butchering by the way, is a major corporation that offers products throughout the settled systems, but its headquarters, or base of operations if you will, is located in Neon, Starfield's pleasure city. It has actually been confirmed that we can join this faction and we have to do an in-game job interview for said faction. I believe that this faction will work as a smuggler type of faction, as in they are a greedy megacorp and they won't want to pay to ship their products throughout the settled systems, or shall we say, across the galaxy, which is where you come in. Of course that is just speculation and my own theory, but Ryujin Industries is definitely one of the more mysterious factions of Starfield. Lastly, we unfortunately cannot see any members of this faction in this showcase, at least that we know of, but I believe that in this shot right here might be the inside of one of their offices, which sucks for them because I'm stealing this plushie the first chance I get. Another faction you've probably heard of who we know barely anything about is the Ecliptic Mercenaries, who I think have the coolest armor we've seen. It really gives me big Mandalorian vibes. The Ecliptic Mercenaries are enemies in Starfield, who we can see here in the showcase. We know that this faction is a group of bounty hunters who will likely come after you if you get yourself in trouble with another faction, or town or city, or maybe just NPC, or something along those lines. Maybe if we get caught stealing and escape before a guard catches us, we may run into the Ecliptic Mercenaries out in space. I believe these guys will be the Starfield equivalent of the gunners from Fallout 4. For those of you who have played that game, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, it hasn't been confirmed whether we can or can't join the Ecliptic Mercenaries yet, but if you ask me, I don't think that we will be able to. The House of Va'ruun, I think, is the most mysterious faction in Starfield, and I'm really excited to learn more about them, because we know literally nothing about this faction, besides the fact that they're a crazy religious cult. Bethesda have only even referenced them once in the first episode of Starfield The Settled Systems, which I'll play here for you.
Or even the fanatical religious zealots of House Va'ruun.
And there you have it, that 1 second clip is really all we know about this faction. Again, bringing up Fallout 4, I believe that this faction will be the Starfield equivalent or version, if you will, of the Children of Atom. Just a bunch of crazy folks worshipping something evil that's turning them insane. Again, we unfortunately do not know if we can join the House of Va'ruun, but I bet that we probably can't. When Bethesda were first promoting Starfield and first dropping news about Starfield, I remember a lot of people wondering if the Violent Spacers would be a main faction, but if you ask me, I would say that they are Starfield's version of Fallout Raiders or Skyrim Bandits, just a casual group of enemies we can run into and fight. We can see their armor here, but we don't actually see them in the showcase, at least as far as I can tell. They basically have cool armor to say the least, but besides that we really don't know much about this faction, besides the fact that they are a human threat and we probably can't join them. Now I'm going to put these three all in one because we know about the same information for all of these groups, but the Sanctum Universum Great Serpent Worshippers and the Enlightened are the three religious factions of Starfield that we know about, who we will be able to join as confirmed by the starting traits and backgrounds of the game. We can see here that joining one of these religious groups will actually get us banned from various stores and probably some other buildings in the game. We can see here that if we choose to trait the Great Serpent, it will give you a benefit from grav jumping frequently, aka warping or jumping to another system, not to be confused with actually making your player character jump, which is interesting to say the least. I wonder if the House of Va'ruun will worship one of these religion factions, or if maybe they'll be worshipping a banned religion and that's why they're classed as enemies, much like how you aren't allowed to worship Talos in many parts of Skyrim. This faction, which I'm not even going to try and pronounce, as I'm sure all of you are aware, are the owners and creators of the Pleasure City Neon and the in-game drug Aurora, which is only legal on Neon itself. They did originally build Neon as a fishing platform, but after they discovered a fish with some kind of hallucinogenic powers, they repurposed the fishing platform into a city we now know as Neon and used the Aurora drug as the main attraction of bringing in tourists into the city. Clearly this company want Aurora to only stay legal on Neon for the monopoly of bringing everyone into the city and therefore getting and gaining more money. But besides that, we again don't know much about this faction, and if you ask me, I do not think that we will be able to join them. Anyway guys, that is all 6, or I guess 8, of the secret factions of Starfield that we don't know much about. Let me know what you think about these factions. Do you think we will be able to join them? Do you think they'll play a big part in the overall story? Let me know in the comments below. I'm interested in hearing your theories as always. If you haven't already, please do drop the video a like, it really helps me out more than you can imagine. And of course, if you are looking for a place to stay up to date on Starfield news, leaks, discussions, speculation, and so much other Bethesda focused content, this is the place for you, so consider subscribing because I cover absolutely all of it over here. Anyway, as always, I thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next one.